The way he's presented himself today, the way he handled the senior ceremony to start out.
Chuba Ohams wins the toss for the Fordham Rams in the maroon, Massachusetts in the white. And for one final time here inside the Mullins Center, we've got basketball in Western Massachusetts. Fordham averaging 66 points per game. They are not a team that lights it up, save for the contest on Monday, where they poured in 85 into Simbila down low, and he makes the basket underneath the hoop.
Simbila right away with a high-low. Clearly their intention on the first possession to get into that high-low.
The Penn State transfer Simbila. Here comes Rich Kelly for the Minutemen. Little floater in the lane, no good. And Ohams there with the rebound. He does that so well.
And that's where he gets the most of his rebounds. League-leading rebounder. Most of them are at the defensive end.
This Fordham team, how about this? Monday, they shot 11 of 19 from three-point range, and that is not their specialty.
Same kind of spacing, high-low with the bigs.
Rose for three, that's no good. Simbila there for the rebound over Stedman. Simbila, other side of the paint, can't get it, and Fernandez there with the rebound for Massachusetts. And fortunate slippage there for Noah Fernandez. UMass turned the basketball over 22 times in the loss against VCU last week. And let's take a look at the Big Y recipe for success. Keys to the game for Fordham: keep Ohams out of trouble, keep him on the floor.
Certainly, he's been the key for this whole team without Quisenberry scoring, and is really hot right now.
Quisenberry did come off the bench in the game on Monday, kind of unsure if he would play in that contest, and ended up giving 8 points in 27 minutes for the Fordham Rams. Simbila again trying to work on Stedman, and he does.
Yeah, Simbila not going to score an awful lot, only 2.6 points a game, but strong body and has shown real good footwork on those first two possessions in the low post.
About 6'9", 245 for Simbila, big addition. Now to Stedman on the other end for the Minutemen. UMass just struggled to shoot the basketball on Monday, and Stedman gets the roll and a whistle after the bucket.
Good job by the senior, Michael Stedman. First, got the ball in the low post, threw it out of there, saw a red light with Zimbila's long arms, caught the next repost off the lane a little bit, faced the basket. Nicely done.
Well, Stedman in his touch around the basket has been much better as of late. I'm seeing who the foul was on, trying to check that for Fordham.
They were checking the reset on the shot clock as
20
well.
on the shot clock, 2 minutes into this one. Charlton called for the foul, the sophomore. Stedman again, no luck there. Back tap by Jones, but right into the possession of Simbila. And for UMass, they've gone to Stedman with more regularity in the first half of games, trying to get him the basketball, get him paint touches.
Well, certainly any low post presence that scores frees up that three-point line for the inside out.
Ohams on a mission, and Ohams left it short. Tough shot, well defended by Massachusetts. Comes Buttrick, gonna push it all the way, and got fouled. Josh Colon Navarro, the grad student, with the first offense for Fordham.
Well, the skilled big man, Trent Buttrick, has added so much to the Minutemen lineup. There you see the skill with the dribble in terms of attacking the rim right now. As we've talked about before, more 3 attempts than 2 attempts, but when he has to take the ball to the basket, has to score in the low post, he's proven to be very effective.
Yeah, 11 points, 6 rebounds a game. I stand corrected. That was on Charlton, so he picks up 2 quick fouls, much like Noah Fernandez did for UMass on Monday, which set him down for most of the first half. And Greg Jones will be called with a foul on the offensive rebound attempt. UMass just 6 of 29 from three-point range on Monday, 43% from the floor, which is kind of clunky.
Yeah, it's continued a trend right now. The Minutemen very cold from deep in these last 3 ball games. 21% against Fordham, 16% against VCU.
Quisenberry has checked in, the leading scorer for Fordham.
Fordham not deviating, just going to this high-low spacing in the middle third of the court.
Yeah, they like this matchup, and Stedman's going to get hit for the foul, trying to body up Simbila. What a load he is.
Big, strong, 6'9", 245 for the young sophomore. rim protection, defense, and defense and the rim protection, screening in the offense's biggest assets.
16 appearances off the bench last year with Penn State. Stedman will take a break. TJ Weeks will check into the contest here for Massachusetts. The Minutemen just defensively, this is where they've struggled throughout the year.
And this gives them a better perimeter defensive lineup with TJ Weeks.
And a whistle down low as Ohams went up over Greg Jones, and Jones called for his second foul.
Greg Jones just trying not to lose contact with him there. And fortunately commits the foul.
Trying to do everything they can to stop Ohams. You know, Coach Matt McCall said earlier today, Chuba's gonna make an impact, but can they limit Fordham from shooting the way they shot from three-point range on Monday? Felt like the difference in that one. And this man had 3 of them, and he's got 1 today. Josh Colon Navarro with the triple.
Boy, he's been so good recently, 11 points, averaging 11 points in the last 9 ball games.
He's really played himself into a game-changing role for Fordham over the last couple of years. Weeks tries the 3, that's no good. Ohams with another board. We talk about the struggles that Fordham has had recently, but Chuba Ohams has been hurt for the past 2 years. You can see the difference he makes as Fernandez swipes away the pass. And then he goes down again for the second time, just lost control of the basketball. Guns for the steal. Quisenberry hounded, able to get it away. Open man down low. That's Ohams for the slam.
Just unfortunate. Minutemen had a decent double team, actually a triple team, once that loose ball was retrieved. But that hurt on the back end in terms of rotating and scrambling. Back to defensive coverage.
Just twice, Fernandez has slipped on the floor, so they're going to mop up the space in front of the UMass bench. Ohams, you can see there. Double machine, as they say, coming off a 23-point performance, a career high for him. 6th year for the Fordham Rams. 4 minutes into this one, here comes Fernandez. Fernandez dumps it off to Dominguez, who gets the foul. And he'll head to the free throw line, Kyle Rose. Oh, excuse me, Quisenberry. I can't see anything today, Coach.
That's all right. Well, it's good to see Dominguez right there. A nice move into the lane by Noah Fernandez. This guy here got some minutes the other night, got some open looks at the goal. Coach McCall said it just didn't go down for him.
Yeah, a lot of shots for Dominguez. 3 of 12 from the floor in that loss, and he makes the free throw. But they were letting him take those shots. Fordham's defensive plan was to let guys like Dominguez, maybe not the prime shooters for UMass, take those open looks.
Yeah, they've done that all season long. They've gotten into either playing the 4 and the 5 men in tandem in the middle of the court and leave their players on the perimeter, or just single coverage on the rim with the 5 man. That's who was guarding him in that game.
Forget that DeAndre Dominguez started first 5 games for UMass when Stedman was on the shelf. He picks up the free throws. Here comes Ohams downhill. He gets dangerous when he's able to attack the basket.
He's got excellent dribble quickness from the high post areas, either hand.
Comes the Ukrainian Novitsky coming off a career day on Monday. Slings it out to Colon Navarro. Step back 3 for him. No good. Kept alive by Novitsky. And between these two of getting those offensive rebounds and second chances. There's Quisenberry. He can be lethal. He drives, gets the foul, missed the shot, but he'll head to the free throw line.
You know, Quisenberry coming off the injury, got 26 minutes in that first game against the Minutemen. And Coach Kyle Neptune said he was happy with it. He hadn't had many reps in practice. Obviously hadn't been playing into the games. Was a little bit rusty, but Coach Neptune said after the game was glad he didn't try to make the game about himself and get back into his scoring rhythm.
Well, he kind of played possum with the media before the game leading into it. Said, yeah, he might play at some point down the line. And then he was warming up prior to the game here. Quisenberry, the grad student, hits both. 17.3 points per game for Quisenberry.
3rd in the league in scoring at this point.
Solid start for Fordham. Dominguez left wide open, and he takes it.
You know, his stroke is so easy after not making those shots the other night. Coach McCall goes right to him early, showed some confidence in him, and he had confidence in that shot.
So you're going to have to guard me if I keep making these, and he makes him pay at least on the first 3 attempts. Rose on the other end for 3. He can't respond, and kept alive by Riley, out of bounds. That'll be Massachusetts basketball. Or Kelly, excuse me. How about the hustle that Kelly, Riley, Nowitzki, sort of the role players for Fordham have had over the last couple of games?
I think you talk to anybody that's observed the Fordham Rams recently, they'll say hustle up and down the lineup. Hustle in warm-ups, hustle on and off the court during timeouts, and certainly off the bench.
Dominguez says, I made 1, let's try 2. No luck there. Long rebound, and it's taken by Cologne Navarro.
Navarro quick to the ball as it went on the long rebound.
Nowitzki thought about the 3, stepping through, and that's got to be a travel, right? Yep, okay.
You see defensively, the Rams are not going to change. It's what they've done all year. They've taken a defender who's guarding either one of the big people or both defenders on the big people and put them basically in zone under the rim. You can see Nowitzki's right under the rim right now. It's not going to come out. Patrick Kelly will match up with Buttrick, but you'll see him sit right in front of that rim.
Kelly trying to make something happen. Kelly got a look off, missed it, gets his own rebound, didn't touch the rim. Pull up 3 for the senior Kelly, no good. Offensive board, TJ Weeks. Sent right back by Nowitzki. Another chance for the Minutemen. Weeks fights it up and he scores.
Resilient is what he is, TJ Weeks, always around the boards and rebounding. Showing his toughness there, going against the bigger 6'10" Ukrainian.
Gotta love the effort there from Nowitzki on the defensive end. Denied the Minutemen a couple of times. And over and back. There we go. UMass creates a couple of turnovers.
Noah Fernandez with great pressure on the dribbler. Something that Fordham takes great pride in. You know, Coach Neptune has said, first and foremost, our calling card is defense, and we're going to start with pressuring the ball all over the perimeter. And after that game Monday night, Coach McCall specifically pointed out Noah as being extremely effective guarding the ball.
Yeah, also on the offensive end, it's been a bit of a struggle past month for Fernandez, but he got off the schneid, 13 points for the Minutemen, the bright spot. Dominguez in the lane, no good there. Buttrick keeps it alive. Dominguez gets it back and he scores.
Well, all he did was watch TJ Weeks in the last possession go for that second effort play. Dominguez staying with the play. These are good minutes for him to start out.
7 points for Dominguez after he scored 8 on Monday, getting a more extended look here. This is what UMass did at the end of the game in the first meeting. Wanted to see him do it a little bit earlier.
Sure.
Apply pressure and speed up.
Javon Garcia in there right now. He's very good in pressing situations.
Ohams draws a crowd. Deflected. Quisenberry gets it. Mid-range, no good. Buttrick rebound. Weeks curls it out. Dominguez left wide open. Challenge for the 3.
The time Ohms was covering him and stayed right under the rim. Did not close out to the perimeter.
Does that get in your head if you're a player?
Would it get in your head?
Yeah, absolutely. Hey,
Anybody
go ahead.
It would.
Saying, we don't think you can make that shot.
Yeah, it knocks your rhythm off, too, when you're not contested.
There we go. Stolen Weeks. And he can't hang on, and UMass turns it over.
It's going a little too fast right there, but again, Minutemen right now trying to create some offense for the defense. Only shooting 4 for 13, 30% to start out, so that would have been a nice one to get right now. It's a little bit of layup.
One of the things outside of the defensive issues that Massachusetts has had this year, on those breakaways, they really haven't been able to capitalize on the opportunities as much as you would assume when you have a 2-on-1 or a 3-on-2. Had an easy bucket right in front of him. Weeks couldn't hang on. So
you can see the ball pressure by Garcia.
Hounding Riley, the freshman, taken right away. Picked his pocket. Garcia tries to take it all the way, and this time he's able to finish.
Big time job guarding the basketball and a strong finish at the rim.
What the reach that Garcia gets with the extension. UMass playing inspired here as we approach the 12-minute mark, trying to get Ohams involved. This is where he's most dangerous.
Oh, absolutely. This dribble move, either way, right or left hand, the quickness.
4 to shoot. And it's knocked down by Quisenberry.
Noah Fernandez had a nice contest on that. Quisenberry is just an easy rise into that shot.
5 for Quisenberry.
Let's see, guarding Noah very hard at the top of the screen.
Eight on the shot clock for UMass to Buttrick. Takes it in on Quisenberry. 4 on the shot clock. Up top, Garcia into the 3. That's no good. Ohams rises for the rebound.
Good inside-out passing. Fordham Rams guarded that perimeter really hard.
Ohams just attacks. That's what he does. He missed it all. Zambila there on the putback, and he scores his 3rd basket tonight.
That's all you need from Zambila. Just be there as a caddy to pick up the loose change. 6 points on the night so far.
Fernandez tries.
Tommy Pecora, Jeff Neubauer had been successful at another level. Neubauer at Eastern Kentucky, Pecora at Hofstra, Wittenberg at Wagner. And it's a little bit different profile, and he's come in and done a fabulous job in his first year.
Fernandez was fouled heading into break. His first point today, scored 13 on Monday after really struggling previous 7 games. He had shot just 25% from the floor. Picked it up 5 of 10 in the last contest.
Yeah, certainly laboring, but he puts the offensive wheels in motion for this team. His leadership is unparalleled in terms of his influence on the floor and off the floor.
UMass again applying that pressure and able to get it across Fordham just barely to Kyle Rose.
Rams shooting 46% right now from the field. Most of the points coming between these two players in the high-low.
In the corner, this looked like a 3 from the right side, and Riley rains it down.
Zach Riley only 2 for 10 behind the three-point line coming into this game.
One of those was on Monday.
Yeah. Been a good week.
Minutemen have been snake bitten in that regard. Stedman mid-range, no, and just carelessness there for Fordham. Zambila couldn't handle it. UMass catches a break. Yeah, Fordham shoots 30% from three-point range. Entering this week, they were last in the A-10 in three-point percentage and points scored and a lot of the offensive metrics, but you wouldn't have known it after their performance with 85 points and 11 threes made on Monday.
Their defensive numbers are very good. 4th in the league in defensive efficiency.
And Stedman called for steps. Kind of surprised how wide open he was left by Zambila.
Yeah, I think there's an understanding that if you're playing the 4 or the 5 spot for the Minutemen, you're going to get left open. Maybe not Buttrick, but just about everybody else that gets into those positions. Minutemen going small right now with all perimeter players plus 1 post player. Hard switching on the perimeter to keep the ball pressure up.
5 on the shot clock. They'll take their time. Colon Navarro hangs in the air, missed it all, and it's on the deck. Ohams gets it away, no good, but Zambila there for the putback. He can't finish. A couple of good looks there for Fordham. Weeks for 3. And a foul on Garcia, trying to wrap around Quisenberry for the rebound. We'll take a look at the series history here. 51st all-time meeting. UMass 32-18 in favor, but UMass had won the previous 3, but over the last 9, it's been Fordham. 6 out of the last 9 games in this series matchup.
Minutemen sticking with the pressure, not guarding the inbounder right now. Fordham recognizing the switching, going to some handoffs.
See Ohams battling Weeks down low. Fire for 3. No one-handed board, just reeled in by Ohams. And we've got a whistle coming as like Rich Kelly thought he had a held ball. Les Jones says otherwise. It'll be a foul on UMass.
Not sure where that was with Les Jones in terms of Rich Kelly.
Kelly picks up his first foul, 6th team foul for UMass. There's Quisenberry, who can score at all 3 levels. Cologne Navarro over Kelly, missed it all, and the rebound there, Stedman. Launched up ahead to Garcia, caught a break. Garcia rolls it in.
Nice outlet pass by Stedman. Nice catch ahead by Javon Garcia. Good finish.
Nice feed, threading the needle there by the big man, Stedman. 1-point contest, Fordham. Already with 5 turnovers in this one. Coach McCall is saying, hey, that was on the sideline. Oham's having a hard time getting away. He does. Cologne Navarro steps through to Quisenberry, rises for 3. That's no good. Tap back doesn't go down for Simbila, and a travel called on Simbila, doing some hard work down in the post.
Simbila doing a great job. It's an excellent pass down the floor. Michael Stedman, good vision, had his eyes up right away to see the streaking Garcia to the other end. Now we'll see Fordham. Their pressure will be more man-to-man. The UMass pressure more zone. Cologne Navarro just put some pressure on Kelly all the way down the court. TJ Weeks setting a little screen for him.
Kelly looking for Stedman, can't handle it. Turned over. Fordham running the other way. Here's Riley. Got caught deep. Out to Rose, who's going to take it. Nowitzki drives, goes right into.
Carl, of course, having a terrific year for Rice.
Rice, yeah.
As a grad student.
Don't think Dr. Rousier is going anywhere. He's a huge UMass fan. He'll be now able to come to more games.
So he's not going in the transfer portal? No.
Gonna be hard to get rid of him now. Minutemen off the media timeout. Rich Kelly kicks it out. Buttrick will take a 3. Buttrick nails it.
Great job by the 2 graduate students. Rich Kelly getting into the lane with the left hand, drawing help, and kick out. It's Trent Buttrick for a first 3.
Buttrick really has been quiet offensively. He hasn't taken a ton of shots for UMass over the past couple of games. Just 2 points in the first meeting on Monday between these two, and we're going the other way on an offensive foul.
This is just good dribble penetration by Rich. You can see that he drew the help, Buttrick's man, and got his feet square, and nice release.
Foul on Kyle Rose. That is the 6th team foul for Fordham, 6 for Massachusetts at the 7-11 mark. Again, a lot on the line here for UMass. Trying to play their way out of the bottom 4. Fordham the same, where they've really kind of set up shop over the last 4 years. CJ Kelly gets a shot off. That's no good. Errant, and the rebound for Ohams.
Rams were in strict man-to-man right there. Got the switch on the play, CJ Kelly did with Ohams.
Good charge and take with a reverse layup for Kyle Rose, his first bucket tonight.
Good speed and transition by the Rams. Got to the basket too easily versus the conversion defense by the Minutemen.
Rose kind of a quiet role player there. 8 points, 3.5 rebounds per game. Ties it up at 21.
Well, he played 36 minutes in that Monday game, so you know they have confidence in him.
Well, Buttrick with the 3 and then with the flush.
CJ Kelly with a nice assist. Minutemen take the press off, get right back in the half-court defense. 16 fouls so far for the Minutemen.
Wide open. There's Rose again. He missed it from point-blank range. Tough break for Fordham. Can UMass take advantage? Buttrick's the one big that the Rams don't want to leave open. And
absolutely, and they changed the defense back to straight man-to-man right there.
You got to be aware of what personnel is on the floor based on how
know
you're
your
playing.
personnel. So they closed out nicely to Buttrick. They won't use that one-man zone or two-man zone with him in the lineup. Of course, the Minutemen playing all perimeter players with TJ Weeks playing the 4 right now, plus Buttrick. All shooters out there. And you can see it opens the court up now. They can't play that one-man zone underneath.
Kelly looking for space, finds a slashing TJ Weeks, and the reverse is good.
Kelly doing a nice job keeping his pivot foot, and TJ just reading his defender, ball watching, and back cut behind him.
Kelly creating here. Second assist for Rich Kelly in this one tonight. 3 on the other side, doesn't go for Patrick Kelly. Keep your Kellys straight here today. There's also John Kelly, who got a little bit of playing time 2 games ago. Rich Kelly again drives, and a foul as he was deep, looking for Buttrick down low, and or rather in the corner, and the foul is going to be on Chuba Ohams.
Gets the Minutemen into the bonus right now.
With a guy you want on the line.
5 out of 6 so far in this game, and I think disappointing the other night. Probably Minutemen did not get to the line near as much as they wanted to. They only had 9 attempts, made all 9 of 9, but in the end of the game, Fordham Rams had made 11 out of 19. So Fordham made more free throws than the Minutemen attempted. That's something that draws your attention right away on the coaching staff, and they're looking to change that.
Rich Kelly, 1,733 career points. What a established career it's been for him, and then TJ Weeks off the miss.
Continues to be an effective rebounder from the perimeter position.
Seven-point lead for Massachusetts, their largest tonight.
Garcia getting right up in Quisenberry right now.
And a 7-0 run for the Minutemen. Ohams, help comes, gets it away. Simbila off the deck. Simbila flushes it down.
Some good defense by the Minutemen there. Double teamed to help out TJ Weeks in the low post. Just couldn't scramble back. Again, the quickness of their big men.
You feel like you flustered Fordham there, but they're still able to get the dunk. Mid-range for Buttrick, no good. Simbila with the rebound. Quisenberry's pass taken away by Fernandez. Fernandez gives it to Rich Kelly. Wow! Count it.
Seen Rich Kelly, beautiful pass by Noah Fernandez. And you've seen Kelly do this a number of times. Go to the other side of the backboard and finish, left side of the board and finish with his right hand.
It's just a magician at times with the plays that he's able to make and the space he's able to open up. And he'll complete the three-point play. 9-2 stretch here for UMass. It might get Fordham out of their game plan a little bit when they fall behind. You know, their game is to slow it down, muck it up.
They've been in a number of rock fights this year, Jay. And oftentimes when they can't score on offense, they really get after you defensively.
This guy can score, however. Quisenberry missed it all. Didn't touch rim. Goes to Cologne Navarro. He bricked it. Riley another chance. Goes right to the rim, and he won't miss from there.
Just good heads up by Riley in terms of retrieving that one.
But 9 offensive rebounds so far for Fordham, 31-25.
Let's see, Ohams has to guard TJ Weeks right there, 23. There's the switch of the big.
Kelly pulls the trigger from 3, and he hits.
Good job by Rich Kelly. Simbila made the switch on the pick and roll, just pulled back, dribbled a little bit, and created an open shot for himself.
Yes, looking to create some space here. Cologne Navarro dumps it down low over to Ohams, and that was not rescheduled after being postponed due to COVID. Rhodey right now up by 5 on St. Louis.
Ohams 60% free throw shooter.
He's been better recently.
Yeah.
He was solid from the line the other day. He's starting to work on that part of his game. 34-27. UMass able to get it across. Minutemen really struggled with the pressure last week against Dayton and VCU.
This is a team that's not as talented pressing as those two, but they can bring the ball pressure.
And an unforced error for the Minutemen. UMass will just give it away here on the 6th turnover of the night.
Yeah, Quisenberry guarding the larger Buttrick. And I think Trent was just undecided about how he was going to approach that challenge.
They had a 9-2 run for UMass and felt like you were going to create some distance, and now Fordham just gives it right back. You take it. No, you take it. Erased at the rim, and they're going to count this one on the foul here for Kyle Rose. Third foul on Rose already.
TJ Weeks, across the board contributor, steals, scoring, defense, rebounding. As you just saw, he's very dependable as a rebounder. And always a low turnover rate for him.
And when UMass is at their best, this guy right here is not only hitting threes, but he's creating steals, he's getting rebounds, and he's playing bigger than you might expect, and here he hits them.
Absolutely.
Quisenberry lost it, picked up by Simbila.
Good no call by the officials there.
There's kind of some sloppy play here over the past couple of minutes. There's Ohams on the take. Ohams gets close, missed it, tapped around, and Simbila on the putback and dominating again on the offensive boards.
Boy, those long arms and quick hands to the ball by Simbila. Did a nice job finishing up where Ohams just couldn't finish going to his right hand.
10 offensive rebounds. Step back. Good for Fernandez. But UMass 6 of their last 7. Hard take denied by Buttrick. Ohams looking for some contact there, and cross-court pass knocked out of bounds by Zach Riley. Almost able to get it away.
Riley read that nicely. The freshman from New Zealand, you know, joined the Rams at mid-semester, actually, second semester. Just joined this team.
He's been pretty impressive in the flashes that we've seen.
He's been getting some double-figure minutes recently.
Kelly been doing a lot of this, trying to create. Kelly stretches it around and can't quite complete it, but it's out of bounds on Simbila.
Greg Jones back in the lineup now for the Minutemen. Disappointed the other night. Coach McCall said after the game probably should have used him more in that Monday night game.
Because he can do this. Jones, it's good.
Certainly can, and Ohams guarded him. He didn't zone off of him. And senior from the Bronx makes a nice three.
About a 12-point lead here for UMass. And a foul on Noah Fernandez. Tried to take a shoulder from Quisenberry, and Fernandez picks up his second foul.
Quisenberry is a tough cover. He's very strong with the ball, specifically in that right hand.
I mean, just look at
Noah's saying, I was in legal guarding position. I was moving my feet.
You know, UMass is a different team when Fernandez isn't on the floor.
Offensively and defensively. He's been such.
Quisenberry hits the first of the 1-and-1, and look at some of the sizes that these A10 guards bring in. I mean, Quisenberry wide. Charlton, who's been out because of the 2 quick fouls, also 6'5", 205.
Yeah.
Both free throws hit for Darius Quisenberry. Again, was out after that St. Bonaventure game, coming down on his knee awkwardly. Got back into action on Monday and then looking good here today.
Minutemen finishing off this half very strong, up to 48% from the field.
Kelly says, why not from there? I've got that range, don't you know by now?
5 out of 10 for threes the Minutemen are in this half. Rich Kelly, team leading 10 points right now.
44-31.
One stop right now by the Minutemen will be big going into that locker room with great confidence. Coach McCall is going to come out in zone.
Charlton out to Quisenberry, 3 to shoot, gets it away. It's short, long rebound, another chance for Fordham. Kelly.
No, before Monday, so it's great to see him get off there.
Said his family had emigrated earlier out to the Czech Republic, but still has childhood friends and loved ones in Kyiv and the surrounding area.
Coach McCall changing the lineup here for the second half.
There's Stedman on the right side. Stedman fighting for some space and draws the foul. Looked like he had Got tangled up there with Sambila. There's Anya. Hi, thank you very much, Anya, for all that you do and all your support throughout the season working with us here. And
she's such a good cameraman. She doesn't want to wave.
She doesn't. We couldn't even get her out of that locked-in motion.
Unlike your Major League and minor league baseball camera guys, always looking to get on camera.
And Stedman with the free throw. He misses on the first one. 2 points in that first half for Stedman.
You saw the Rams guarding off of Michael Stedman there, and he just drove it to cut down on the space.
And missed them both. Ohams with the rebound. The foul was on Sambila, his first. It's an opening here for Fordham to start off on a high note in half number 2. Just 11 of 31 from the floor in the first half for the Fordham Rams.
You can see them go right to the high-low situation again. That's where he's so good.
Clears some space. Buttrick tries to draw the charge, doesn't get the call, and Ohams up to 6 points.
Oham's skill is so good. He can drive it with his left as he did there, drive it with his right.
Kelly again trying the remarkable and can't quite get it to go down. Yeah, Ohams, you know, saw Coach McCall talking with his team earlier today saying he didn't score in the paint. He started at the top of the key. That's where he's most dangerous. And Bila had it blocked by Buttrick. Transition 3, Fernandez, no good. Tapped around, secured by the senior Stedman. Around Simbila, and he connects.
Boy, Mike Stedman just read that angle of the miss very well. Got right back to his left shoulder, right arm finish.
46-33. To Ohams again. Deep. Out for 3, Cologne Navarro, and he converts.
Continues to shoot the ball well from behind that three-point line.
Just 32% on the season, but he's done damage against UMass. That's 5 of 10 from three-point range in the 2 games for Cologne Navarro. Coach, you were an Ivy League guy. Do you like these back-to-back? I guess you would play a different opponent.
Different opponents, though, yeah.
And a block called here on Simbila, foul number 2.
I think the coaches do like it in the sense that your preparation is a little bit different, and you get right on to the next game in terms of there's no slippage of knowledge or understanding. You can probably challenge just a little bit more because you're going right to this next game with only 1 day in between this time.
Can you over-prepare for what hurt you the first time and then have that not come into play the second time when the other coach makes an adjustment?
Absolutely. Coaches consistently over-prepare.
Stedman called for the travel here. UMass will give it away. Their 7th turnover tonight.
But I think it's good. You can challenge the players after the game and then the next day and then come right back and do it again on the 3rd day. I think this is a good one for the Minutemen.
Buttrick's done a good job digging down on Ohams.
Sure has.
Charlton was quiet with those 2 quick fouls in the first half, and he almost throws it away. Saved by Rose. 4 on the clock. Tapped by Kelly right to Charlton. In the corner, Rose for 3. Shot clock expiring, and he knocks it down.
35% shooter from behind the line, Kyle Rose.
It's pretty selective.
Yeah.
Fernandez tries to find it into Stedman, and instead he can't handle the pass, and some momentum for Fordham. Another 3. That one short. I see the indicative of UMass's season where they'll defend the shot clock for 23 seconds and a tip ball goes somewhere and ends up biting them. And here's Kelly. Angles.
You know, he does, Jay. He understands how to use the glass like few college players. Consistently gets great English on the ball, too, in tight.
Step back 3 for Rose. That's no good. And Buttrick with the rebound.
Probably not what you wanted if you're Fordham right now.
Weeks, little floater, and TJ Weeks into double figures tonight.
So effective on that left side of the court with the up fake, TJ Weeks.
You see those games where TJ Weeks doesn't have it dialed in from long distance, but he can still make a difference. And this is going to be another foul on Noah Fernandez as he picks up his 3rd. Charlton spins it to Quisenberry. UMass try to get some minutes here with Fernandez on the shelf. 18-footer no. Nowitzki there for the rebound. 3 this time, rattled home by Antrell Charlton, the Indiana River State transfer.
Probably one of their best facilitators. Charlton right there showing a confident jumper.
First bucket today for Charlton. Makes it 8 points. Weeks attacks. Weeks left it short. Quisenberry for the rebound.
Weeks is so good going to that left hand when you let him get to the middle.
Charlton's going to try to get going here, the sophomore. The leading scorer, Quisenberry. Nifty move.
Use the baseline nicely, use the rim nicely.
Kelly tries to reach. Kelly just finished off his second miraculous shot of this game. And he makes on the free throw. Kelly having a phenomenal senior night. 15 points for him. That stems the tide out of a run for Fordham.
It's where the Minutemen have to dig in, not let Quisenberry get going.
Offensive foul. Nowitzki picks up his second.
He's stepping out to relieve some pressure on the perimeter, create ball screens. Nowitzki getting an offensive foul and bringing the effective Zambila back into the game.
And Zambila having a career day. We saw Nowitzki have his career day on Monday. Zambila already a high of 10 points, 6 rebounds for Fordham. Garcia left wide open. He'll take the 3. And Quisenberry there to track it down. He got scraped across the face on the rebound from Buttrick, who picks up the foul.
We'll see in the second half, we'll see a lot of movement to get these 50-50 balls. Wasn't really shaking off that one, whether it be long rebounds or loose balls on the floor. This game has significant meaning for both, as you've talked about, Jay.
Yeah, Fordham, I mean, they're in good shape. Even if they don't win this game, they can still finish above the bottom 4. Duquesne, St. Joseph's,
Certainly,
LaSalle in the mix there.
Yeah, and certainly Fordham scrapping to get above 500 right now, too.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the larger picture there.
Yeah.
A win today would make them 15-14, despite losing, as you mentioned, kind of halfway through the season, Antonio Day Jr. Makes you wonder for Fordham, you know, heading into next year when Coach Neptune gets everything really moving in the right direction recruiting-wise. And here's Zach Riley, who's starting to poke his head out with 8 points today.
Said it earlier, the freshman from New Zealand getting more confident as he gets more time.
Weeks battling for it, TJ Weeks, as the Minutemen look to win their second consecutive Hockey East tournament. Kelly will take a 3, and no luck there. What a day it's been for Rich Kelly, 15 points, a couple of assists. Frustrated at the release on that 3.
Minutemen need to dig in right now. Rams feeling very comfortable, 6 for 10 from the field in the second half.
They trailed by as many as 13. That was just 4 minutes ago.
4 for 5 on threes in this half. There's another.
Quisenberry releases off the mark, and Buttrick able to battle for the board.
Good job by Buttrick. There were 2 Rams there. Rebound in between them.
7 rebounds for Buttrick tonight. Garcia trying to get around his defender, and he does. Count the bucket. Garcia to the free throw line.
Javon Garcia just excellent attacking the rim off the dribble. He gets in the lane. He absorbs contact well. And when he sees that contact, he's able to convert that into and one opportunities. Yeah, that's good.
Thanks for the heads up there, Javon. Riley with the foul, his first. 5 personal fouls, the team fouls on Fordham, just 2 for UMass in this second half. 6 points for Javon Garcia, a couple steals as well. You can see Coach Neptune Bringing back the suit look.
Yeah, no,
You
he's
like that,
done it all
Coach?
year.
Yeah.
You know, there's a segment of the coaching population that's continued to go with the business casual look.
Quisenberry attacks and he lays it in.
It's Quisenberry being Quisenberry, just accept in the open court, put it ahead to me, let me create something. Gets him to double figures with 11.
Challenge Dominguez to shoot the three, and he does. Ohams with a rebound, number 8 today for Chuba Ohams.
Ohams was his matchup, and he stayed right on the rim and got the rebound.
Quisenberry had a look, didn't take it, gives it up. Another three is airballed right there. Charlton with a rebound. Cologne Navarro will try another three. He's had the hot hand.
It starts with Quisenberry with the offensive board right there, getting the extra possession.
Erased a 13-point lead in the blink of an eye.
You can see the same thing.
Weeks catch and shoot three indeed.
So good from the corners. TJ Weeks either way, right side, left side.
13 for TJ Weeks.
Minutemen now 1 for 6 on threes in the second half.
Ohams trying to work around Greg Jones, left it short. Jones with the rebound.
Good job by Greg Jones, putting pressure on the shot, getting the defensive rebound.
Garcia just gets downhill and offensive foul. He's tried to posterize a couple of defenders this season without much luck, and just too aggressive on that take for Javon Garcia.
Yeah, it's good defense outside the restricted area.
See his eyes get real wide.
Yeah.
Throw this bad boy down.
You can see Oham just moves nicely outside the restricted area. Went vertical with it. Like we said, fearless, attacking the rim.
He's been a fun player to watch now. His sophomore season. UMass gets this. Nope. Jones out of bounds.
Well, Greg Jones, terrific. Read that from deep and came sprinting hard to shoot the gap on that pass. But you talk about Garcia, Jay. This backcourt's going to be solid for the Minutemen next year.
Certainly be losing a lot of the players, as we've referenced here with senior night. And with the COVID year, you don't really know. Some guys, a lot more guys moving on after several seasons at one place with the new transfer rules. And Charlton gets wide open down low. He got lost.
Yeah, he read his man nicely. Saw that he wasn't looking at ball and man, just back cut on it. And Oham's doing a nice job passing out of that high post.
It's a 4-point game. UMass in the lead.
You can see they're not going to play him.
Nope. Fernandez has Dominguez right there. Good move in for Dominguez. Get much closer that time.
Noah Fernandez, very good at reading the play. Drove it into his man, forced his man to help. Dominguez just cut to the rim. Great assist, great savvy two-man play.
Ohams under the basket. Double team comes. Ohams.
Players overall, not just improved big men, improved players. And jumping into that conversation with the big men in the Atlantic 10, Osuni, Brankovic, Oduro, not quite there, but in the conversation as belonging with that group.
Kind of a crowded field this year in the all-conference voting for the big men, but yeah, Ohams after missing really the last 2 years with injury. By the way, free throw, not an issue for Ohams in this series so far. 8 points tonight.
Of course, the Rams lost Soriano as well, who's now at St. John's to the transfer portal. These two would have been tremendous together.
He was a handful in this league for sure. Some great battles with Trey Mitchell over the last 2 years. Minutemen by 4. Backdoor cut for Weeks. And the slam.
Boy, did he and Buttrick read that well. Made good eye contact. Buttrick threads the needle to TJ Weeks on a beautiful back cut.
15 points for TJ Weeks. Shot in the arm for the UMass offense. Mismatch down low. Ohams had Fernandez on him, and he clears out everybody.
Minutemen have to be careful right now. Fordham Rams continue to shoot above 50% in the second half. Currently 58%.
10 travel called on Fernandez.
See Coach McCall there telling the official he kept his pivot foot down. And you can lift your pivot foot to pass. So some confusion there whether or not that was a travel.
Coach is saying, opining there. We've seen that look a lot for Coach McCall, just coaches with such passion and energy.
Passion's the word,
Yep.
Jay.
Oh, Hams off the glass. He's got 12.
Such a good spot up player when players drive the baseline, just relocates away from his man for the easy dump off.
It is a 2-point game. Halfway through the second half, and an offensive foul on TJ Weeks. The pesky Josh Colon Navarro draws it.
That's what they've said about Navarro all along. He can be disruptive. He can be pesky, as you said, Jay. And TJ Weeks just trying to get into the lane off the dribble. And Navarro's saying, that's what I do.
Well, Fordham has a chance to tie this one up and or take the lead. They haven't led since the 8-minute mark back in the first half.
And then you got to be careful with Quisenberry, looking to go off now.
Here he is. Over Jones, draws the foul, gets the bucket, and has an opportunity to give Fordham back the lead.
Gets up to 13 points now for Quisenberry. We talked about the other night on Monday, Coach Neptune said, you know, he didn't really look for his own, didn't try to make it about him. But after one game, I think he's ready to make it about him. And this is what he did before he was injured.
Youngstown State transfer Quisenberry. Over 100 career starts between there and now here Fordham, and he misses on the free throw. Weeks an aggressive rebound for Massachusetts.
First miss at the line for the Rams tonight. They had been 8 for 8 prior to that shot.
Fordham has erased a 13-point deficit. Buttrick will take the open three indeed.
Good rhythm. Rich Kelly and Buttrick knew exactly what they wanted to do to create the pick and pop.
9 points for Buttrick, 7 rebounds as well. 7th made 3 tonight for Massachusetts. Ohams had CJ Kelly on him, got blocked from behind by Buttrick, but he'll head back to the free throw line.
One of the few times you see Ohams bring the ball below his waist. CJ thought he had a chance to get it.
And it really felt like there was a moment there where UMass was going to start to pedal away with this thing.
Absolutely, and that's where we've expected him to make some threes. Currently in the second half, only 2 for 7 from that three-point line, 28%. But you're right, Jay, those are the moments when they streak together some threes and create the separation.
But how about Fordham? 8 of 20 from three-point range. Another solid three-point shooting performance. Ohams, look at the loft he gets on that free throw attempt.
5 for 5 from the line so far tonight. That puts him in double figures. 8 rebounds now, 2 shy of another double-double.
Here comes the arc.
Whoop.
Got him, 6 for 6.
It's 5 fouls on the Rams right now. You can see them playing off Garcia.
Mid-range doesn't go. I think that not guarding somebody has kind of been a mind warp for UMass.
Hey, what you see, it gets a quick shot. And if you rebound the ball, it was a quick defensive possession.
Good pass open for Riley. He's been hot. Missed that one. Weeks elevates into the atmosphere for the rebound.
Weeks with 8 boards now on the night.
Wide open Garcia. Not sure why you leave him open. Buttrick back taps. Kept alive for UMass. Garcia takes it in right into Ohams. Had it blocked. 10 to shoot. Fernandez. Right elbow. He gets fouled and will head to the line. Charlton picks up his 3rd.
So unique offensive possessions for the Minutemen. Seldom do you see, unless you're playing Fordham, teammates left wide open. And certainly if you're Fordham, it puts a significance on getting the rebound after you get the miss. Minutemen scrappy to get that one. This is what Coach Neptune has brought to the Fordham Rams. Just a little bit unique. I don't think you've seen this throughout the Atlantic 10 through the years.
Fernandez only 4 points so far tonight. Look at the assist numbers there for Fernandez. That's what you're accustomed to. A
Sure.
6-to-1, a 5-to-1 assist to turnover ratio.
It's number 4 in the Atlantic 10, that assist to turnover ratio. But Coach Neptune said, we're going to build this on defense. We're going to build this on grit. We're going to build this on determination, and a little bit of funky defense in there too,
yeah.
which he didn't tell anybody until the game started.
Close to the vest. 3-point lead for UMass at the under 8 here. Charlton playing with 3 fouls. Oham's doing work. Buttrick on him. He's got a couple of fouls.
Good dig down by Rich Kelly there, trying to make a decision.
5 on the shot clock. And St. Joe's LaSalle fighting it out at the bottom, all tied at 48. UMass with 7:34 to go here, up by 3.
Right now in the second half, Fordham Rams winning by 10, 33-23.
Challenging Garcia to shoot that 3. It just has rattled him a little bit. Misses on another one. Frank, I should mention too, the women's basketball team down in Wilmington, Delaware, they will await the winner of Fordham George Mason tomorrow to play on Friday. 3 from the corner, no good. Weak side rebound for Rose. Gets the foul, misses the shot, and will head to the free throw line. The women will play on 7:30 on ESPN+. I think if you're UMass, you want to root for a George Mason upset over Fordham tomorrow night.
Great to see Sam Breen being honored by the Atlantic 10.
And rightfully so
Sure.
for Breen and company, and the career she's had here. Rose, an 83% free throw shooter, makes
Gets him to 6 points in the game, 3 rebounds.
He's at 7 with 7 to go and a 1-point lead for Massachusetts. Buckle up yet again. Nothing there, no help for Fernandez. Finally able to get it away, but it's stolen by Quisenberry off the deck. Rams looking to retake the lead. Quisenberry for 3, no, and a big-time rebound for Javon Garcia. He's going to push the pace. Euro step around Ohams and draws the foul.
Great job by Garcia saying, we're not going to let them set up any defense at the other end. We're just going to go right at the conversion defense off the dribble.
Yeah, he has a knack to push the pace when he grabs that rebound, and it's the second foul on Chuba Ohams, who's done a good job to stay out of foul trouble this series.
You know, this Brewster Academy graduate really showed great promise as a freshman. And
his calibration a little bit off today for Garcia. 0 for 5 from 3-point range and 0 for from the free throw line.
Usually a 70% free throw shooter, but as we mentioned before, Jay, the backcourt is in good hands going forward for the Minutemen next season.
I really feel like there's another level that Garcia can hit, and he knocks down the second free throw. 7 points for Javon Garcia.
Minutemen with 8 fouls now, so we've got to keep this right where it is.
Buttrick's done a good job here on Ohams.
Sure has.
Ohams missed it. Up ahead, Fernandez. Fernandez attacks and has it sent right back by Rose.
Kyle Rose ran a long way to get a piece of that shot. He's going to come from outside your screen, I think, to get this good piece.
But Quisenberry going right up there. Did a good job to not foul Fernandez.
This is a Fordham team that's been scrappy on defense all season long. Size advantage.
CJ Kelly's been quiet today. Kelly in the lane, missed the close one, kept alive, and it's Quisenberry able to save it as he walks the tightrope.
Yeah, acrobatic save for sure, Jay.
Deflected out of bounds. Whose ball?
I don't think
like
the baseline
basketball.
Yeah, baseline official didn't have a good look. That's him putting the ball in play. Sideline official called it Fordham ball. Baseline official was too far away to overrule that. or talk to him about an overrule. Coach
Les
McCall had a
Jones.
good look at it. Jay, we got to say it. Coach McCall has brought it to this game tonight.
Sure
Great
has.
passion.
In a difficult situation after learning that their time here at UMass will come to an end whenever this season wraps up. Smothered by Kelly. Charlton gets it away.
Shot
Back
clock
to him.
Way down.
Missed it. Kelly there for the rebound. Good defense from C.J. Kelly on that exchange.
Absolutely.
There's Fernandez spinning. Oh, how pretty.
That's what we know about him. Beautiful
swagger
move.
back for Noah.
Yeah, right back to the left hand to finish. Good double team.
UMass has picked up the intensity here over the last 90 seconds. Quisenberry trying to nullify that on a solid performance yet again from him this afternoon. And that clock just taken down by Fordham. Charlton, pull-up jumper. That's no good. Rebound, Buttrick, and away we go for Massachusetts.
Strong contest by TJ Weeks on that pull-up move.
Fernandez again. Nope. Thought he had it and has to send it out to C.J. Kelly. 4-point lead for UMass. Kelly on the take, knocks over Quisenberry, and that was pretty apparent.
Trying to be aggressive, trying to be assertive.
First foul on C.J. Kelly, and we're inside the final 5, presented by Mass General Brigham Sports Medicine. Together, we'll write your comeback story. Thanks to Mass General Brigham, Cooley Dickinson Hospital for all their support throughout the year.
That brings the Minutemen up to 13 turnovers. Fordham with only 12 so far.
Yeah, they had 10 in the first half. 2:30 without a bucket for the Fordham Rams. Without Ohams on the floor as well, who is going to be the go-to? Sabila had a big first half, but he's been non-existent here in the second half, and it's swiped away by C.J. Kelly to Rich Kelly. Buttrick, rhythm 3. That had the makings of a momentum-shifting
Sure
play.
it did. That's the one we talking of Minutemen with only 2 threes, 2 for 10 in the second half.
Just got a good look from Buttrick.
Yeah.
And missed that one. So Fordham down by 4. We'll go to Quisenberry. Right into Kelly, and an offensive foul called. Hard shoulder to the chin for Rich Kelly, and he stood his ground.
He sure did stand his ground. Fordham comes out of the timeout and said, we're going to give it to our top scorer. We're going to put it in his right hand. We're going to put him in the slot, take it to the rim. Beautiful read by Kelly.
You know, one of the things you notice from this Fordham team, and I noticed it on Monday in shoot around, they're constantly encouraging one another. You know, they're trying to change the culture of this program, and I think that's evident there even after the turnover from Quisenberry. You see his teammates and the guys on the bench really getting behind him and saying, hey, we're going to get it back. I like that.
You could see that spirit in the warm-ups. They were out here hour and a half before the game and really getting after each other.
Fernandez will give it right back. Foul number 4 on Fernandez, and if you're UMass, I think you just got to leave him in.
Oh, absolutely right now. This is, you got to finish the job off. He can do it defensively. He can do it on offense, just a tough one right there.
You're going to need his experience and ball handling skills in the final minute, so we'll see if UMass can get him through without another foul. Meanwhile, Fordham down by 4.
TJ Weeks has the Quisenberry matchup.
Charlton changes course. Rich Kelly all over him. Tough shot. Ohams keeps it alive on the offensive board. Chuba deep. Chuba throws it off the glass. No good. And Buttrick there to stand tall yet again.
Ohams rebounded well out of his space. Just couldn't get good balance.
Charlton will pick up another foul. So he's in the danger zone with 4. A heck of a defensive stand for Trent Buttrick and Rich Kelly.
It sure was. And 10th foul right there for the Rams. So this will be a double bonus situation for Kelly.
80% free throw shooter C.J. Kelly. Missed it.
He's just got to move on to the next play now. He's got to guard Quisenberry.
Kelly able to poke it away.
Oof.
And Quisenberry will throw it away, looking for Cologne Navarro.
Quisenberry effective getting to the baseline. Looks like Navarro might have been dinged up a bit.
And UMass hasn't got much out of C.J. Kelly offensively today. 0 for 3 from the floor. It's been Rich Kelly, 15 points. T.J. Weeks, 15 points. (13 of 20 from the line today for the Minutemen.
This press should be basically man-to-man, may do a little bit. UMass wisely moves everybody out so there can be no double team runs. Got the switch on Buttrick.
Kelly gets by his man. Kelly gets to the glass and he lays it in.
C.J. Kelly, excellent job keeping his dribble alive, letting the floor come to him. Nice finish.
6-point advantage for Massachusetts. Fordham, after a 5-0 run, will get a foul on Kelly. CJ, that is. His second. We'll take a look at largest lead, 13 there for the Minutemen, 6 for Fordham back in the first half. Two free throws forthcoming here for Darius Quisenberry.
That's what Quisenberry does. He can score from all 3 areas, behind the line, mid-range, and at the line over 100 times already this season as we come down the stretch. Usually that's a good barometer for guards, getting to the line 100 times.
I think for Fordham, they're happy to see this man healthy and eager to see what he can do next week.
Yeah, solid assist turnover ratio.
A little bit of the touch there makes it back to a 4-point game. 15 points for Quisenberry. UMass fighting tooth and nail. Fernandez thought about the step back crossover, free throw line jumper, doesn't go. And a foul down low on Trent Buttrick. Or no, was that on Chuba Ohams? No, it's
Official
Cologne Navarro.
Yeah, it was confusing because the
pointing
official was pointing to Buttrick saying 0, but he was trying to identify the shooter.
All right, so Cologne Navarro with the foul on the miss, and UMass catches a huge break there.
Yeah, and the Minutemen will bet. Coach McCall will back a lot of guys off the line.
The 10th team foul for the Fordham Rams, so both teams shooting 2 from here on out, and that line doesn't fully tell the story today for the defense that Buttrick has had. Into double figures now for Trent.
Now they'll come up to the line, which means they'll probably get into their press a little bit, expecting Buttrick to make this one.
2 big free throws made by the grad student Buttrick on senior night. Pressure's on for UMass. Fordham having a hard time, and they get it into Rose. Running out of time here for the Fordham Rams. Quisenberry goes by C.J. Kelly. Quisenberry right at the window, and he just missed it. Had a good look, fought for that shot.
Sure did, and one and done for the Rams in that case.
And he wanted a foul, didn't get it, and now Charlton with the steal. We're going the other way. Charlton can't quite complete it. Weeks undercut him, and a collision beneath the basket. We'll see if Weeks is okay. Charlton able to get up. That looked nasty for TJ Weeks.
Explosiveness of both players trying to get into the play.
Just slipped.
Yeah.
That's the 3rd time we've seen that happen tonight.
And we've seen through this season in last, TJ Weeks often gets a block on that shot.
Yeah.
He's very good at letting the offensive player pursuing the layup go ahead of him and get it from behind with his left hand. So he was sizing it up nicely.
Yeah, you could tell by his body language that's exactly what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
Great relationship those two have. And again, Coach McCall loves all of his players. I think, of course, many coaches do, but able to develop those relationships. And it's been a tough last 24 hours here, but his team has a 74-68 lead, and Charlton to the free throw line, a 66% free throw shooter. Big free throws made by Fordham.
Yeah, he's had a terrific year. He's, as I said, probably their best facilitator. Leads them in assists, leads them in steals. He's a superior defender.
15 of 16 from the line tonight for Fordham. And they continue to rack it up from the stripe. 4-point game yet again.
Next held ball possession will go to the Rams. Double bonus for the Minutemen if they can generate a foul. And let Garcia go.
Yeah, plenty of room, and Garcia makes them pay.
Nice job by Jerron Garcia, just pulling up in front of the shot blocker.
9 points for Garcia as we have reached the final minute in the final game of the year at home for Massachusetts. Step back three, no good. Garcia kept it alive and into the arms of C.J. Kelly. To Garcia, tracks down the loose basketball. He had it stripped by Rose. An opening here for Charlton and company. Into the corner, Quisenberry. He lost it. It goes to Charlton. Knocked over by Garcia, and no shot coming. And looks like Quisenberry will head to the free throw line as Garcia picks up his third foul.
You know, aggressive play by him, probably wise enough to do. Stopping the clock right now.
A lot of time came off the clock there for Fordham on that exchange. 16 turnovers today for Massachusetts, 15 for Fordham. So Charlton, again, not the best free throw shooter, but so far so good today, 2 of 2. Just moments ago from the line. How huge has Fordham been from the line today,
Absolutely.
Coach?
Good to see TJ Weeks back in the ball game. This is an important block out on the interior spots. Block out the shooter right now if you're the Minutemen. Got to get a block out at the top here with Quisenberry.
Charlton 4 for 4 down the stretch for Fordham from the line. Both teams with 2 timeouts.
Zach Riley in the game now, 2 for 3 from the three-point line in the game.
Almost travel there for Fernandez, and UMass able to get into the front court. C.J. Kelly will draw the foul from Ohams, send him to the line.
Good step up by the Rams in the open court. Minutemen with excellent spacing.
And now if you're looking at the numbers here so far today, if you're going to play this free throw game, even though UMass has the advantage, Coach, Fordham has been the better team in this aspect tonight.
18 for 19 from the line, over 90%. Minutemen have gotten there more than they did in the Monday game.
3 points today for C.J. Kelly. Averaging 11 per game. Kelly, one of the better free throw shooters for Massachusetts, makes it a 5-point contest. Now they'll bring in Greg Jones for the defensive and rebounding efforts. Kelly, Rich Kelly, that is, will get a warm round of applause here on senior night. Under 30 seconds to go. CJ misses the second one. Opening here for Fordham. Shot clock off. Charlton chucks up a shot for 3. Bricked it. Scrum for the basketball. Rose is there. 18 seconds to play. Buttrick with the steal. And dives after. 9 points, 5 rebounds for the 5'10", if that, Colon Navarro, and he makes the first one.
He certainly has been a solid contributor. He had to step in when Quisenberry was out injured. He got into the starting lineup. He had to step up when Quisenberry was injured. He got into the starting lineup when Tenio Day left the team at the end of the semester.
Missed on the second, and Weeks almost had it stripped. Charlton came in for the offensive rebound, and he picks up his 5th foul. That looked like close to Charlton just ripping it away.
Sure.
Fordham counting on Cologne Navarro to make that a 1-possession contest.
Which Neptune will use some minutes. They're going to come back with the shooter, Zach Riley.
So Charlton fouling out. And even though they tried to clamp down on this being utilized as a timeout, we weren't really successful in that regard.
This was the intent, to not let this happen from the Rules Committee. You can see he's an official over there blowing his whistle multiple times.
I never understood why that was a situation where just treat it like a regular substitution, get him
exactly
out of the game.
Jay, we're going to get to that eventually. It's what the Rules Committee wants, you know. Minutemen actually got to huddle up themselves as well, so I think that's what the officials in that away from the ball looked at.
Quasi timeout for both teams.
It was.
Now you have TJ Weeks at the line, a 69% free throw shooter. And the first one for Weeks is good. Golden for TJ Weeks, a phenomenal day for him. Next one for Weeks, he hits them both. TJ Weeks up to 17 points, 14 seconds to go. 6-point deficit for Fordham. Quisenberry chucks the 3. Jones with a rebound, and that could just about do it as Massachusetts looks to escape here with 8.5 seconds left on the clock. They took a couple of shots from Fordham here in the second half, who erased a 13-point deficit.
Minutemen should end a 3-game losing streak, and going to George Mason next, which has now lost 3 out of the last 4, so there's optimism there.
Mason did a number on UMass here at the Mullins Center earlier on this season, so they'd like a little redemption. Greg Jones had the 3-point shot in the first half. That was all he wrote for offense up until that free throw.
Trent Buttrick getting a little bit of a curtain call here from Coach McCall.
Yep. Got a great hug from Coach McCall and now his teammates, and same with Rich Kelly and John Kelly. There's Rich. Coach McCall, just an emotional 24 hours, learning that our coach would no longer be coaching at the end of this season. Released of his duties, had 1 more year on his contract, and UMass emptying the bench here. You don't usually see this, by the way.
Coach McCall put in Rich Kelly, then took him out. Now he's putting in Mike Stedman. Noah's going to come out, and it wouldn't be surprising that somebody's going to come in for Michael Stedman now to get him an ovation.
Got Ryan Marcus awaiting Greg Jones with a free throw. That's good. UMass feeling good here, and now Ryan Marcus will come on in. You called it, Coach. There's Ricky Harris saying, good job, big fella. Final seconds here at the Mullins Center. Cologne Navarro with the pull-up. That's off the mark. Dominguez with the rebound, and UMass signs of